Okay, so this is the continuation of the previous program where we left off exactly at this particular position, where we were discussing about how we have created this prepared statement object for filling the data of these placeholder question mark symbols and etc. Now continuing here, we are going to execute the query with the help of this execute query method, and it is going to give us a result set object. Okay, and here if that particular username is a single username, in the sense if that email address is a unique data, then it will only give one record, but there is no guarantee for it. Okay, but for this particular session we will assume that email address is unique. Okay, and we are assuming that we are going to get only one record. Assume result set contains only one record. Okay, if that is the case, we are going to check if rs.next. Okay, we know that rs.next or rs in this case is our result set object. Okay, and result set object contains the result out of the query execution. Okay, and that result set object, on that result set object we are calling this next method, which will check if that if the record is available or not. Okay, that means in the result set, if the record is created or not. If the record is created, record in the sense the one user data that is retrieved from this execute query, if that data is available, this next method will say true. If the execute query succeeded but no data was available, no records were retrieved, then this next method will return false. So we are going to check, we are going to write this condition inside the if condition to check. If it returns true, this part has to be executed. If it returns false, something else has to be done. So here let me write, if there is at least one record in rs object, then do this. Do what? Do what? We are going to get the data. Get the data from the, or wait, why do we have to get the data at all? Sorry. Um, re return true. Okay, why return true? Because if there is at least one record available in the rs object, it means execute query was success, the query which was actually receiving this username and this password. That means this data is available. If this data is available, that is what we want. User is available. If user is available, return true. Okay, else at the end return is false. Cool. So if data is found is this step, this was this step. Okay, how are we checking if data is available? We are checking that with the help of this if condition. Okay, so our user DAO, this method, main method is done, user DAO method is done, and what we will, because verify user here is returning boolean value, we will put this condition inside if to check if it is working as expected or not. If this condition, we will say user found, else we will say user not found. Okay, I'm going to run this as application, Java application. Okay, it is saying user not found. Wow, this is good. Okay, why it is saying user not found? Let us check it from the database. Okay, you see, this is the username vikas@gmail.com, password is vikas123, and here vikas@gmail.com, vikas@123. So the password is wrong. Because the password is wrong, it is telling user not found. Let me now change it to Vikas 123, which was the actual data available in the database. Now I'm saving it and I'm running it, and you see user found. Okay, so that confirms that our method is working. And because the method is working, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this main method. I don't want to work it as a Java application. I want it to work it as uh, our servlet program. Okay, and so I'm just hiding the main method, so that even unintentionally it does not execute. Okay, now that our DAO class with verify user method is available and it is working and running correctly as expected, now let us go back to login servlet. Okay, so we have completed this job. We have verified if the user is available in the database or not. Now this will return this information that the database is available. So it will return this information to this particular step saying if the data is available. Okay, it will send the information of true or false. True or false. Okay, this information will be sent by user DAO class boolean, this particular method, verify user method. Okay, and then login servlet will receive that information, and based on that information it will decide whether it has to forward to success page or failure page. Okay, so in login servlet we will say third step, um, get the verify the user details from database using user DAO. Okay, verify user method of user DAO class. Okay, so for this we know that user DAO class is in this particular package com.vikas.dao. Okay, for that we have to import that package. So let me import it. Let me import at the end. Import com.vikas.dao.user.dao. Okay, I'm importing that class, and now in that class we know that verify user method is a static method, and so we are going to call it with the help of the class name user DAO dot verify user. Okay, and to this verify user we are supplying what? We are supplying the values that we have saved. Okay, we have saved this data. See, we have saved this email which is read from the user entered field value, and this password is the second field's value entered by the user. Those two variables we are supplying here to this verify user method. Okay, and we know that this verify user method returns as a true false type of boolean value. And just like in user DAO main method we were checking this if condition, the same kind of if condition we will be writing here to check it. So we will be writing if, and inside the if brackets we are writing this. Okay, so we are writing inside the if condition user DAO.verify user, and we are supplying these details, and it will return true or false. If it returns true, it means it was a success. User found. Okay, if user is found, we have to redirect them or forward them to a success page. Okay, forward to success page, else user not found. So forward to failure page. Okay, so those are the steps. For that we need those pages available. Currently we don't have any such pages available, so what we will do is we will provide those pages just like here we are writing welcome. In the same way we will provide those pages directly inside our uh, if and else block of code. Okay, so instead of kind of sending them away to some other page which we will discuss in the next video, here we will just print that information that user user is found, and accordingly welcome with that particular user information. Or if it is failure, then we will just say wrong credentials, try again. Okay, so this welcome email previously we were printing without checking if the user was available or not. Okay, so this statement we are going to cut and put it in the success place, which is the if condition success place. Okay, so instead of forwarding, we are doing what for now, just print welcome message to the user in current page. Okay, and for failure, for now just print failure message, or login not successful, or login failed type of message to the user in current page. Okay, so here we are going to write out dot print, and we are going to write let us say h3 again, and we are writing wrong login credentials. Credentials is just a technical term of saying username password. Okay, wrong login credentials, try logging in again with correct email and password. Okay, and this information we want to present as a red color. For that we will use color. It is recommended that you don't use HTML attributes, and so we will write it as a style attribute with the value as color red semicolon. Okay, that is just the inline style attribute. Okay, so end it with a semicolon and our program is ready. And you can see in the console that your program is also executed and it is updated with the new content. Let us check whether it is working or not. Okay, I am going here to the previous page. I am refreshing it. Okay, I'm going to enter my details. This is my email address within the database as well, and in the password I'm providing VIKAS123, which is the correct password. Okay, let me show you from the database once again. Okay, in the database you can see this is the email address and this is the password, and those are the values that I am giving. Okay, I have entered that, and let us observe what kind of result it gives. And I am clicking on the login button. It says welcome. Cool, that means it has verified it from the database, and it is checking whether it is all correct or not, and it is printing the welcome message. Now I'm going back so that I can give a different information. Maybe here instead of typing Gmail, I'm typing Gamil, which is a common typing mistake. Okay, and I'm going to click on login button, and see, it is showing this message as wrong red color, wrong login credentials, try logging in again with correct email and password. Okay, cool. So that means both of them are working. But there is a small issue with this particular program so far. Okay, and that problem is this one. Okay, this data is visible in the URL. Because this data is visible in the URL, there is a very high chances that someone who is peeking onto my system or onto user system from the behind, they can see what is the email and what is the password, which is kind of not safe for that particular user. That user's information is login credentials are revealed to the public, and anyone can then log into their account. Okay, and so in the next video we will discuss about how to avoid presenting this information in the URL. Okay, so that's it for this session, guys. We'll meet again in the next video and we'll discuss more.